Alright, what's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy Gwops and I'm back in with yet another shoe review here on my channel. And it has been a while, but I am bringing another shoe review from AskKick.com. And it has been a while. I think it's been like more than like 5 or so-ish months, or maybe even late last year since I've done a review for them. But they've always like kept me in their best interest. They always wanted to work with me. They reached out to me recently asking if I wanted to collaborate again, and of course I do. And this time around, I'm actually reviewing the Air Jordan 4 Black Cats that came out last year in 2020. Now, they're still trying to do relatively new shoes. Like, I'm still trying to get my hands on the Air Yeezy 2 collection. So if any replica makers want to reach out to me, you can do that. And I wanted to do another pair of the Travis Scott fragments and maybe do a comparison, but they don't want to do any comparisons with other makers, just simply show off their shoes. So, and I was like, I told them that's fine, I can do that. So they sent me these instead, and I was actually planning on getting these anyways. So thank you AskKick for sending me these. And also, if you go on their website and purchase any shoes from them, you can use my coupon code GWOPPY at checkout, because I'm still like partnered up with them. I'm still sponsored by them. So in case if you guys do plan on getting any shoes from them, or anybody just so happen to watch this video and happens to want to buy some shoes from them, you can use my code at checkout and get $15 off. But by the way, let's get into the review. Alright, now starting off with the Black Cat box. Now, it's just a simple Air Jordan 4 box, nothing special, just all black with metallic black logos on top with like a matte satin finish around the box. And opening up the shoes, we have the Black Cats. Now, I would say that these are a shoe that I've been wanting ever since like late of last year, but I actually slept on these because like last year was like a big year for shoe releases. We had the Christian Dior Air Jordan 1s, we had more Travis Scott shoes, we had pretty much a little amount of everything, including just regular Air Jordan 1s or like some hyped up Air Jordan 1s. But still, I slept on these, but I'm actually kind of glad that I have them now, even though that these aren't anything too out of the ordinary or too special. I actually wanted these, but let's get into the review. Now, starting off with the shoe itself, what can I say about these? Just to put into simple words, these are just pretty much a regular Air Jordan 4. It's just an all black Air Jordan 4. There's not really anything I can say about it, but mainly what the point of this video is that I'm going over any like flaws or like the amount of perfection that they put into their shoes, like how accurate they are to real Air Jordan 4s, this, then the third. And I'm also going to do a comparison with a shoe or like an Air Jordan 4 that I grabbed out of my closet like later in the video, or like later in this video, to like compare like the inconsistencies or like the minor inconsistencies when it comes to making reps these days, and like how overall they've gotten better. But here is the shoe on camera. I am like getting close-ups for you guys here as well. I am also going to be sharpening up this video and editing it so I can make it look good as possible. But you guys see the shoe, it's all black with a little bit of gray in there, white Jumpman logos on the bottom sole, and that's pretty much about it. Now, the only thing that I hated that Nike and Jordan did was that they didn't give us Nike Air on the back. Instead, we got the Jordan Jumpman logo. Now, I'm kind of either way when it comes to that sort of thing, but I prefer the Nike Air on select shoes like the Air Jordan 3s, the 4s, the 5s, the 6s, and even like the 7s, I believe, that had the Nike Air, I think, but don't quote me, I think. But it doesn't really matter to me, but it would have been better if we had the Nike Air. And the other thing that's different about the Black Cats this time around is that normally on the Air Jordan 4s, like the ankle, around the ankle where like the shoelace eyelet holder is, it's normally like a plastic, like a matte finish plastic. But instead, this time around, they went with like a nubuck suede to match the suede and nubuck that's all around the Black Cats this time around. And honestly, that's one thing that I don't really like that they're doing with the Air Jordan 4s. I prefer like the regular matte or satin plastic eye lace holder or whatever on the shoe, but really it doesn't really matter to me. It looks good either way. But I think if they went with plastic, they would have actually like did more of like a color blocking, or like it wouldn't have mismatched. But then again, that contradicts itself because the midsole is all glossy, like a darker gloss finish instead of like a matte or like a painted finish. But aside from that, there's the Black Cats. Now, the one thing I am going to do before I throw these bad boys up on feet. These joints do look perfect. There's nothing really bad I can say about them. They look about as one-to-one as they can get. But the one thing I am gonna do is I'm gonna grab a pair of my Travis Scott Air Jordan 4s out of my closet so I can compare, because like there is a couple things that people do look for in terms of spotting like replica Air Jordan 4s, and that is around the toe box and around the back heel area. Now you guys see it, I do have my Travis Scotts here to compare like the inconsistencies between sellers, or just the inconsistencies in general, because it's all coming from the same place, but they're all doing a really great job, if I do say so myself. But the main area that I am focusing around is the toe box, and especially around the toe box around the outsole where it connects with the midsole, and it has like that curved upward then downward around the toe. And you guys see around the toe that nubuck like piece that's underneath the rubber sole that's around the toe. You guys see how much space it is in between like there and the stitching line and this, that, and the third. Now comparing it to the Travis Scotts, it's just about roughly the same, but really I did not spot it. It's slightly different. The Black Cats is like slightly like has more space, but like the Travis Scotts don't. But then again, that is a common inconsistency error, especially with real ones, and it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But that's one thing that they do look for when spotting fake Air Jordan 4s. I meant to say 4s, not 1s, but that is one thing that they do look for with reps. And really it's supposed to be around this size. Now I have seen sellers mess it up as to whereas it's a lot bigger than what it is, there's more space, but they did a great job. But the other thing I do want to compare is the stitching around the toe box. The toe box, like the stitching around the toe box, it's like two different spacings of kind of stitching. Like you see on the Black Cats, it's has a little bit more space in between the two stitching, and on the Travis Scotts that it has like more or less, it has like less stitching in between the space, so, or like space between the stitching. So then again, the Travis Scotts could have been made different because like it's a special collaboration made shoe, so I don't really necessarily know. Like I said, you have to have like the real thing in hand to really tell the difference. But aside from that, the Black Cats are perfect, and like they're like a perfect spot on replica, and I'm honestly wearing them right now. And I've actually been meaning to wear a lot more all black since summer is pretty much about over. Fall is around the corner, so I need to build up my fall collection. But thanks again AskKick for sending me these shoes for me to review. I am already loving the Black Cats. I am so mad that I slept on these, but thank you guys for sending me these to review here on my channel and for you guys. And like I said, if you guys want to check them out, their info will be all down in the description down below, and here it is on screen. Like I said, you can use my coupon code at checkout if you do get something from them. But with that being said, I'm gonna throw these bad boys on feet because I was supposed to go outside and record this, but it was raining, but I had to make this video and get this video up today. But with that being said, this your boy Gwop. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you're new, and I'm out, bruh.